The Square Ball Podcast.
Oh, we're back for another dose of propaganda. Hello to you. Welcome to the show. Michael is our guide, pilot.
Yeah, you think you struggle every week.
I do. This. I should have thought about this.
You should.
Leader? No, you're not our leader.
Do you know what I never struggle with?
What?
Talking about Levi Solicitors.
Why?
Because I know all of the services. I know the discount. I sometimes know the website. What do you want to know?
Just sort of basic rundown. If you've got any sort of services you could highlight, and if you can get a discount on them through going through us.
Right, discount first, 10%, yes. Litigation, wills, probate, conveyancing, lasting powers of attorney. That's some of them.
Mm-hmm.
They do other things too.
Cool. Captain, commander, first officer, any of those?
Ass man.
Work for you?
The ass man, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be the ass man. No bother.
Yes.
Was it Warnock who had an ass man? Was it Blackwell?
It was Mick Jones was referred to as it was the ass man, wasn't he?
Of Leeds United.
You should say that's the assistant manager for anybody who's not quite sure. Before we get round to that, levisolicitors.co.uk/the square ball, just to box that one off. 10% discount on the full range of legal services, which I thought, Michael, you delivered beautifully there.
Thanks very much.
Thank you. Now, I'm just going to throw you the keys. Whoosh. Catch them.
Oh,
there we go. Thanks.
Sound effect.
Fire up the... What are we in?
Oh, it don't matter. Let's just get on with it.
So the propaganda is our journey around the football fan channels, we should say. And I don't know if you noticed, we still went up as fucking champions.
We did.
So are we reflecting that today? And is it going to be fun?
Hope so, yeah. And hopefully there'll be more of this. Because
is it a valedictory tour?
I think there's still probably more to eke out of this in terms of the misery of others. And just as we were about to start recording, we were saying apparently TalkSport are midway through like a moan fest about how it was all disgraceful behaviour at the parade, one way or another. Yeah,
the Telegraph put a story in. You can tell we're back, can't you? Can we got promoted? Can we just say fuck them?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
But hopefully I'll get to hear like Jim White pearl clutching about the fact that, you know, the manager dared to potentially mimic drug use or something.
Like we said, no, he just had his blocked sinuses.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. In the same way that Wayne Hennessy was just trying to get the attention of the waiter.
You've never even heard of cocaine. That can be Daniel Farker's defence there. It's well-trodden path.
Doesn't necessarily have to be cocaine, does it?
No, true enough.
Yeah.
True enough. What's your favourite? Or should we not get into it?
This is a slippery slope, isn't it?
I think we should probably move swiftly on. Although the thought of Daniel Farker on top of a bus suddenly sinking into a K-hole would have been quite the sight. Anyway, where are we going?
Let's go to Plymouth.
Right.
Cornish Janner still has not put a video up from this, which is a bit upsetting because I was relying on him, truth be told. He put one really short clip of us just lifting the trophy.
Yeah, I saw that.
But there's no long video. The previous game, it was 2 hours, his video.
Right.
Jeez. I mean, he's had a rough time, hasn't he?
But he knew they were down, so maybe it's going to be like an 8-hour epic.
He probably knows twats like you were going to troll through it, though. That's the problem.
Twats like you? Don't call our
ass man.
Our first commanding officer flight deck that.
Okay. Yeah, maybe so. But we're always nice to Cornish Janner. I like him. True. I actually ended up wanting Plymouth to stay up this year because of it.
That's right, Skipper.
Can you leave this now? I've had enough.
Okay, big cheese.
Right. But I've got the Devon Mackham, who I assume is a Sunderland fan for some reason, just wants the longest journey possible, clearly, when he's been picking his team. But he's right next to the Leeds fans.
Is he in there seeing what automatic promotion would look like?
Potentially so, yeah. So he's next to the Leeds fans, and this is our winner, and then into the end of the game.
Right, we need another game. We absolutely need another game. All three of us then, when the Champions Again Ole Ole song came on, we all went slightly misty-eyed and started grinning. We all started grinning.
Good, innit? Can we not keep doing it?
Pumping your leg as well. Yeah. Well, we're going to hear a bit of Champions Again Ole Ole later, but not from Leeds fans.
Okay. I'll tell you what.
This is the moment I've been building up to.
Tell you what, Big Kahuna, that is a great forward tease.
Anyway, we come here for pain, don't we?
Yeah.
So this is now the players are leaving the pitch because obviously it was the end of their season too. So I think I'd lost my mind a bit at this point, but I think all the players went off. Their players did a little round of applause,
really?
and then we came back on. So, but this is the players leaving the pitch the first time. I'm not sure what has led to this, but someone's annoyed, and Willie Nonto's doing the tear down cheek gesture at this person.
As in, you're crying.
Yeah, who was absolutely furious at him, which is good.
Is that a child offering out Willie Nonto?
I'm not sure if it's a child or a woman, but someone's absolutely furious about him, and he's just going, sticking his chin out.
Are you booing?
Oh, this indulgence is what I've been missing from these promotion celebrations. I think this might be the first time I've been on propaganda like this season.
Where were you on Monday, Rob?
I was in a bad way. I missed the parade. Hands up, I'm guilty. But I was.
What were you doing?
I had to farker it. I was coffee and caking on the sofa because I was. It's been a big month, let's say that. Yeah. I don't think it had caught up with me.
Did you overdo it over the weekend?
Think so, yeah. Travelling around the world and then coming back to a fortnight of partying was, it's been good. But now I want the spite just to top it all off.
Well, good. There was plenty in Plymouth, as it turned out. I mean, I think overall they already knew they were down, didn't they? So,
yeah.
But you get close to ruining someone's party, don't you? And it's a little crumb of comfort, isn't it? Let's face it, we'd have enjoyed it if a team if we'd have had nothing to play, if we'd have had nothing to play for. But you can ruin someone else's.
We'd have been dreadful.
If you can ruin someone else's day, it's good, isn't it?
The Watford game, the best example.
Yeah,
breaking 2 goalkeepers, completely upsetting everyone. And we had a lot of stormtroopers in the away end or something,
swaggering out there like a set of bastards.
We're only here to ruin your party.
In 2007, I went to Dortmund against Schalke, and Dortmund were finishing mid-table. They're having a poor season. But Schalke, who are their big rivals, came to them at the end of the season, and Dortmund beat them, and it meant they didn't win the league. And the sheer scale of just people rubbing it in their faces was delightful. Just it's what you hope for, isn't it? When your season's going to nothing, you can ruin someone's
day. If you
day.
can't be happy, just make sure they're not.
Exactly. And Plymouth were near to it, but
they failed. Do you know why?
Then they weren't.
Because we went up as champions.
They did. So we'll hear from the Evans boys. These clippers not at all in keeping with the channel. They're like a little family channel. All seem dead nice. There's the youngest kid's probably about 6 or something who features in the videos. But this is from their video, and it's our winner going in and pockets of Leeds fans being discovered in the Plymouth end and just some absolute fury. Some angry boys, not Evans boys. Scenes no one likes to see.
Love it. Scenes everybody likes to see. Have you seen the footage? It might actually be the Devon Mackham's footage, which I think is the best one of the away end. If you watch that, there's a guy in black who is clearly a Leeds fan in the Plymouth end.
Oh, he just jumps over.
Oh, yeah, when the goal goes in, he runs out of the Plymouth end, hurdles the advertising boards, runs along a few yards, jumps back in, and then straight into the Leeds end.
Yeah.
You can see him. He stands out a mile because he's wearing black. So funny.
From the Evans boys footage again, obviously it won't come across on audio, but they're at the far end from the Leeds fans and the Leeds goal. But you can see everyone streaming onto the pitch from the bench and stuff from it as well. It's nice. I'd recommend it.
That's how Meslier ended up straddling the corner flag, wasn't it? He didn't really know what to do with it.
Yeah, you see just confusion of people not quite knowing what to do. It's like, we've done it. Just that kind of a vibe to it.
Right. Next, keep feeding me. Keep feeding me, oh great one.
Let's go to Turfcast.
Right.
Well, we're not here for reasonable behaviour, are we? Let's be honest. But let's hear a bit of that first.
We have been brilliant this season. There's a cat's cock hair between us and Leeds, and ultimately they deserve to win it because they've won it. That's how the league works. If you're top of the table after a 46-game season, no matter how close it is, if you're top, you deserve to win it. So hats off to Leeds. They've been brilliant. There was a when did we beat someone quite comfortably recently? Not QPR. And I felt like, maybe the gap in terms of goal difference will close a little bit. But obviously they went and stuck 5 past Stoke and then 4 past Bristol City. And then we were never going to catch him, but we were waiting for him to slip up. But credit to them, they deserve it. They've won the league, so you just got to say well done.
Six.
I'm glad you picked up on that. Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Don't do us out of it.
I'm just keep thinking about this. We stuck 10 goals in 2 home games to win the league.
It's been insane, hasn't it? It was today. I was only reading today that we won our last 6 games. And I was like, really? God.
It is kind of ended like the Bielsa season where from all the stress of it, we've just steamrolled it.
Turns out we're brilliant.
The season. Yeah, just kept winning games. I know Plymouth was maybe a little bit edgy, but they've been on the piss.
Do you know what I quietly did? By the way, I've been sleeping so well since we won the league. I've slept absolutely amazingly for a few nights now. I took great pride in filling out the remainder of my spreadsheet just quietly and then just closed it.
And you deleted it.
Just closed it. Took all the fixtures off, all the little calculations.
Why
I've
even
done.
fill it in?
Because I've started so I'll finish. That was my mantra with this one.
You don't need a spreadsheet because there's a league table produced now which actually shows how everything finished.
I know, but we finished on an outrageous amount of points at home. I think we were running higher than 2.5 points per game at home. Ridiculous.
Yeah,
you did good on it.
It has overall. It's not always felt good though, strangely.
Well, the point is, it doesn't, does it, until you get to the end. And now we can look back. We can look back on the whole thing, and actually, all those weird sort of procession-like victories in the middle. We can say that was fun. It was actually fun, even though it felt a bit weird at the time.
Yeah, it was.
Do you know what was more fun? Winning the league.
Correct. Correct. Let's hear a bit more from Turfcast then. There's a tiny bit of hurt creeping through in this one, but it's talking about style of play and the contrast between us and Burnley.
But Leeds have been more entertaining, and I think even as a Burnley fan, it's hard to argue against that. So, look, it is what it is. It's typical Leeds, though, isn't it, to do it in the 91st, 92nd minute, whatever it was. It's just so Leeds. How they've been... It's weird, because we were joking, weren't we, not that long ago, that Burnley could 0-0 their way to the title, and it'd be hilarious. Leeds have scored a goal in the last minute of the last game of the season to win the title. And that's what they've done throughout the majority of the season, haven't they? They're scoring late goals and getting it over the line, or just spanking teams. I did think they'd spank Plymouth, but if you're a fan who's there or watching it, it's probably a bit more jubilant to win it the way that they won it. But it is what it is. Look, I'm not going to lose any sleep whatsoever over not losing the title. It would have been nice to win it 3 times in a row.
Yeah, I didn't know.
They didn't.
No.
They didn't.
It's very, very weird to hear opposition fans say it's so Leedsy about us scoring late winners and winning titles. Like, that's not the Leedsy thing that we associate with our club, is it?
And they have broadly been very, very magnanimous. I did see some fun stuff on like the Burnley forums where somebody started arguing for the return of goal average or some sort of archaic system of working it out. Basically, what you want is, I didn't like the outcome, so we should have retrofit the method to suit us winning it.
You mean like @Rushy_sport on Twitter?
Go on.
Jordan Rushworth fella. You were interacting with him, I think, at one point as well, Dan. The guy who was he was trying to argue basically that people will remember and talk about Burnley's season more than they will remember and talk about the Leeds season, because even though we finished top.
Records, like it was the clean sheets record and stuff, wasn't it? Yeah.
People will remember joint longest unbeaten run, fewest goals ever conceded, and most clean sheets. They even have the record points tally for second place and first ever side to have 200-point seasons in the Championship. What records have you broken?
Well, have you seen someone did send him a list of a load of records that we had?
He was
broken?
like, not those ones.
Yeah, but no one remembers those ones, or no one talks about. No one knew who previously held them. It's like, well, I couldn't tell you who. I
believe this is what the kids call copium.
Can you? I can't even tell you our longest unbeaten run.
No, or like who held the previous record for Championship clean sheets. It's like, no one remembers that because no one cares, mate.
It's really boring.
That's not the stuff that football's about, is it?
So you remember who won it. Sometimes it's who goes up through the playoffs, who comes second, top scorers maybe you remember, big goals. stuff like that you remember, but no one's ever like, well, remember the season where we didn't lose for so long?
Mate, our longest unbeaten run, I've just counted, it was 17. I'm really sad we haven't got the same as Burnley. That's probably really taking the shine off it for me. I don't know about you.
Maybe give them the trophy, shall we, after all? Is that how it works?
We don't give it. We just hand it back and say we're sorry. We
didn't deserve this.
Morally, we don't deserve this because
we only got 100 points and a better goal difference and scored
100 goals, which we've decided we're rounding it up.
Yeah,
because goalkeeping errors, linesmanning errors.
Well, let's take a little diversion away from Burnley for a minute and go to Sheffield United. They've obviously not had much to say about us recently because they seem to be in a thing called the playoffs. I think it's like a continuation of the season. It's all, as far as I thought it was all done.
No,
Never heard of that.
The season's over.
They're still playing games for some reason.
Hang on a minute. Let me just check on FOTMob. Oh yeah, they've got some fixtures.
When is it?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
No, I've got a mental block when it comes to the back end of May.
I actually don't know when the playoffs would have been.
I genuinely don't know.
When they are.
I'm gonna have a look.
I know the final's the 24th, isn't it? But
oh my God, the first one's. Is it tomorrow? Oh my God, it is as well. Bristol City against Sheffield United is Thursday. I said tomorrow. It could be Thursday that this comes out. So which will be tonight. Yeah, Bristol City against Sheffield United is Thursday. Coventry against Sunderland is Friday. And then it's Monday, the return legs, and Tuesday.
Well.
God, that just made me feel awful thinking about that.
Yeah, I feel a bit sick now.
Do you know what? I was watching the Inter Milan-Barcelona Champions League semi-final second leg last night, which was just completely insane, by the way.
Good that. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
I don't often watch non-Leeds games, truth be told, but that one I thought, it might be good.
It finished 4-3 after a first leg of 3-3, so 7-6 on aggregate. Insane. I thought Rafinha had won it for Barcelona quite late on, but then Inter had other ideas, didn't they? And they took it to extra time. But
all I could think about during that game was how Burnley have only conceded 15 all season. Just playing in my mind was like, God, all these goals in this tie, and Burnley have only conceded.
Which commentary did you have? Because they kept touching on it.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Yeah. Saying like, this showpiece occasion, obviously overshadowed by, anyway, that's the joke. But that made me a bit anxious watching it because the chaos. Like, I can't cope with this.
It's funny you guys say that though, because since we've been promoted, I have been watching other football, which I never do. But I've been watching it, and it's good. This, it's nice.
Yeah, maybe that's the thing. It's just needed the break of, because other football reminds you of the football you're worried about, doesn't it?
That's what I meant. Like last night watching that, and it was just chaos. It was like I can't deal with this. There's too much uncertainty now. Now we've been handed a big plate of gold and silver certainty.
Is that what you're calling it?
Yeah. All
right, cool. Sheffield United way then. So nothing from recently. But I've had this in the can for a while. This one.
Is this like my 2-year-old Hull tweet?
Sort of, yeah. Just because I didn't want to put it in propaganda when we were already sad because I thought it would spread sadness. But I thought, well, do you know what? I've got it recorded.
Good boy.
Let's just put it to one side and we'll go with it should such a time arise. And it has. So this is from about a month ago. This was the intro to a video they did.
Sheffield United have won more points than anyone else. That's 2 more than Leeds, 4 more than Burnley, and 31 more than Wednesday.
Sheffield United have won 25 games so far this season. That's 2 more than Leeds, 4 more than Burnley, and 11 more than Sheffield Wednesday.
Sheffield United have got the best away record in the whole division.
That being said,
our top goal scorer only has 9 goals.
We only have a plus 25 goal difference. That is 26 goals worse than Leeds and 16 behind Burnley.
How is this possible?
15 out of our 25 wins have been by a single goal.
10 wins out of those 15 were 1-0.
So how has that happened?
Because Sheffield United are mentality monsters.
That was the fire beast.
It was the fire beast at the end.
Yeah.
He sounded like a baby fire beast, though.
Well, should we just address some of the claims in there? When we got to the end of the season, which is how you actually measure these things, we ended up with the second best away record in the division, ahead of Sheffield United. They got 41 points away. The win at Plymouth gave us 42 and took us past them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Overall, wins, we got 29. Burnley and Sheffield United both got 28. Do you know what the main metric that you sort of do this on? Points, correct. Well done, Michael Normanson. Do you know how many we got?
Go ahead.
100.
Oh, yes.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah. So did Burnley. Do you know what Sheffield United got? They got 90, or they accrued 92 points, but because they'd been naughty boys, they had 2 taken off. Two that are utterly irrelevant.
Give them back. I do like how the second half of that, he does just start explaining why maybe a bit lucky to have all those records at that point. Yeah, we're scraping these wins. It's all 1-0.
Mentality monsters, my friend.
We start scrapping with the other players.
We ended up scoring 95 goals, 100, but we ended up scoring 95 goals and conceding 30. They ended up scoring 63 and conceding 36. Their goal difference was plus 27. Ours plus just a mere 65.
We probably won't ever see such a high goal difference ever again, will
No,
we?
it's insane.
Bizarrely. But maybe we will. In 2 years, we'll do it all again. Anyway, let's go back to Sheffield United way. So here they are addressing the concerns that they were, because we kept saying it, everyone kept saying it. Sheffield United never play well, but they always win. And this was them addressing the concerns that's what was happening.
And since October now, everybody has been asking, can Sheffield United just keep getting away with it? Can they keep just winning by 1 goal? Surely at some point they're going to just crack because they're not turning up, they're not blowing teams away. But actually, no, because what Wilder has done, the most impressive thing he has done so far this season, for me, is that he has turned us around from that scared, beaten club that we were last year into this team now that are capable of being under pressure, are capable of not playing that well, are capable of so many different levels of performance. But whatever happens is a team that just win. We have learned, we know how to win games of football consistently in the Championship. And I, for one, I'll be honest with you, needed it. And I've loved watching it. And I don't care if Leeds fans think that watching them's more fun and we're boring. We win all the time. And it is brilliant to see.
Go on, Michael.
You win until you don't.
Yep.
He's gone early on that, hasn't he?
We win all the time until the 5th of April. That was the day.
Right.
When they lost. Then they lost again.
And again.
Then they lost again. They did win one.
Yep.
Well done. Then they lost again.
Yeah, I've totted it up. They got 7 points from their final 7 games. Do you know how many we got?
All of them.
19.
Oh, yeah. We only won 6 in a row.
We threw a draw in there just to keep it, to keep it sporting. As did, but Burnley did exactly the same. 19 points from the final 7 games.
Yeah. So Sheffield United,
which is higher than 7.
So from April onwards, they only actually managed to beat relegated Cardiff at home and almost relegated Stoke away. But they did well.
No, they gave it a good go.
Mentality monsters. So also dipped into the Sheffield United forum. This was doing the rounds yesterday. S24SU.
Yeah.
Which is bizarre. They're upset about the parade and
about what about the parade? We won the trophy.
Yeah. Ethan Ampadu specifically.
Right.
Because he sang a Jayden Bogle song at one point.
Yeah.
It's the song that everyone sings. Hundreds of teams sing this. I've been singing it as far as I can tell back as far as like 2015. There seem to be references to this. The Starman one playing on the right, his name is Jayden Bogle. That one.
Yeah.
They're annoyed because Ethan Ampadu played for Sheffield United and they used to sing that about George Baldock, who has since sadly died. And this is no reflection on that at all. But they seem to think that Ethan Ampadu has done this as a way of making fun of that somehow.
That seems unlikely.
It does, doesn't it? It does, doesn't it? But this UTB Blade says, there goes a man who's never experienced personal tragedy in his life.
How do they know?
Completely devoid, well, exactly. And it's completely devoid of the ability to appreciate or even acknowledge suffering endured by those who've suffered such tragedy, much less feel or show respect for the victim or any sort of compassion for those left behind. Actually, I'm wrong in referring to Ampadu as a man. No real man would ever behave like that. No real man would ever show such a lack of respect to a fellow professional who lost his life so tragically at such a young age. And crucially, no real man would ever show such contempt for suffering those left behind, including in his case, a 1-year-old child. You are not a man, Mr. Ampadu. And as you stand there singing your mocking, crass, disrespectful song, I hope you begin to realise that no matter how long you live, no matter how many achievements you think you attain in your life, you'll never ever achieve a tiny crumb of what George Baldock achieved in his life, and you'll never ever attract even a tiny skerrick, which is a good word, of love, respect and admiration that George Baldock engendered through being a man he was all his life.
Fucking idiot. Fucking shut up.
That's just Ethan Ampadu singing.
Yeah.
a really common football song.
About his mate.
Does UTB Blade think that what Ethan Ampadu there, as a young man who's clearly leathered and having a good time, sat there and thought, what I'm going to do now is
It's going to be a great time
to mock a former teammate who died, or does it just happen to be a song that just popped into his head
and
about a right back?
And, I was going to say, because it's a song that people always sing about people who play on the right, isn't it? People were pointing out we used to sing it about Alioski, which truthfully I don't even remember.
Yeah, well, because he played on the right wing, didn't he? When he first came, we sang it about him.
Before we knew he was a left back stroke, left winger.
We sang the Somerville song about him cutting in from the right, didn't we?
People's desire to be perpetually offended by things that are quite clearly not as they say.
I will say in the defence of plenty of other people on this forum, there were lots of people going, mate, that is an insane take on this.
I was just about to ask if anyone was saying, are you all right, mate?
No, there were lots of people going, this has got absolutely nothing to do with George Baldock or us. It's just a bloke singing a song.
Yeah.
Like
it's probably just rattling around in his brain.
It's fine. Don't worry about it. Although LS16 Blade did say Leeds United is a club that for at least 60 odd years has an unusually high number of horrible characters. Are these individuals already flawed and attracted by a club's unpleasant reputation, or does that vile club turn many that go through the door into a hateful scumbag? I'm inclined to think it's probably the latter. After all, there's bound to be pressure to find favour with the utter filth that follow them.
Right.
Is it too late to print that on our Leeds Scumbag
I know what I'm thinking.
It's completely mad, isn't it?
Also, LS16 Blade. Does he live here then? Can't hate it that much.
Yeah.
He just goes about his day.
I hate Leeds,
looking at people.
Yeah, except it provides all my income and my family live here and so on and so forth. Yeah.
But yeah, I just think
it's just wild, isn't it?
Of all the things Ethan Ampadu's been criticised for, I thought that was very niche.
Yeah.
And I don't think probably anything that anybody else thought of. But I suppose you're entitled to be wrong on the internet. Seems to be a lot of it.
What you should do is double down and form a more ridiculous opinion.
All right.
I think is the way to deal with stuff.
Fair enough. Right, should we go then to Burnley again?
Yes.
To Turf Moor. Turf Moor. Do you want to hear the Millwall end of it first? Or the Burnley end?
Let's build up to the Burnley end. Start with Millwall.
All right. So, Lions TV. I was thinking about this. As much as I wanted to escape Millwall, in some ways, when this is happening to someone else, Millwall's kind of the perfect away end because they're a right set of bastards.
They're bastards, aren't they?
And they'll properly enjoy this.
It's like us, how we wanted to spoil parties. We're a right set of bastards too, aren't we, really?
Like Watford fans would have probably felt a bit sorry for Burnley. There's probably a number of them going, oh, that's kind of a shame. That's a shame. We wanted to see the trophy lift, actually. We'd have stayed for that. Whereas Millwall, absolutely none of it. So this is... Well, actually, first of all, we've got a clip of Millwall scoring and then Burnley equalising, because we were in here hearing about it and then very quickly hearing about how Burnley had pulled it back straight away. So you get to hear a bit of Millwall upset in this, actually, as well. So this is just how compact it all was, because this is unedited, nothing taken out. This is 2 goals.
love how that swings from joy to absolute blind fury.
I think that's last time that we managed to hold the lead for against Preston, wasn't it? Because that felt a bit like that. Everyone was just busy celebrating. Then by the other end, it was like, oh.
Yeah.
I was going to say we've all been there. I've forgotten it was so recent, actually.
Yeah, it was just a couple of weeks ago. That it feels
were they shouting "We've done it" when they went ahead?
I think scoring probably because no one scores it. I don't know if you heard, but people will remember this. The thing people will remember probably from
That's all I was
season
thinking about
is how good Burnley's defence was.
I'm glad you reminded me of that. I'd already forgotten.
But yeah, I think it's probably all the Millwall fans could think about.
I think you're out of step with the football world.
That's true. That is true. To be fair.
Right.
So that was then.
So that was fun. Yeah. This is the absolute joy. This
at the point this was happening, Millwall are still thinking they've got a chance of the playoffs. And I think if they'd won, I think they actually would have got in, wouldn't they? From the memory, because Bristol ended up drawing, didn't they, against Preston and getting in.
So Millwall finished on 66 points. If they had won, they would have had 68. And the goal swing against Bristol would have. So Bristol finished on +4.
Bristol were 2 behind at one point, weren't they? So it looked like it was opening up.
Millwall, if they'd done it, would have probably missed out by about 3 or 4 goals, something like that.
Right. Okay. But it was on for
which is actually it's quite funny, isn't it?
Kind of, yeah. But they got over it quickly enough anyway, and by the end they get to enjoy the sadness of others. So this is the Millwall end as the news of the Leeds goal comes through.
That's so funny.
Nice.
I'd seen that one. It was great watching it unfold.
Burnley scoring that pointless third goal kind of added to it as well. Yeah. They just didn't really celebrate, did they?
No,
it's like, oh shit.
Well, you'll hear it on a clip that's to come actually, but it's it's the most low key goal you'll ever hear, which just goes to show actually, as much as you can pretend we didn't really care anyway. You do care. You can tell in the stadium that everyone's ready for something.
Yep.
And then never mind.
You can't get 100 points and not win the league.
Yeah. It's the full...
I mean, Rob, you can.
You can.
No one's talking about that anyway.
That's true. That is true.
Everyone's talking about...
Of course, the other stuff they've achieved.
The thing.
Whatever they were. Let's hear very quickly from Guti Edits.
Sorry?
Guti Edits.
Yeah.
This was a clip from TikTok, but because I'm middle-aged, I didn't see it on TikTok. I saw it on Twitter.
Good man.
It's some Burnley fans, Burnley children, I think, who are right down by the pitch. I suspect they're trying to get in position to get on there. Yeah. And as they hear news of our goal. E-I-O, up the football, here we go, is what he's singing as well, which is an interesting variant of it. But yeah, there's not much on that. So let's go instead to Bradley Miller. We'll finish on him. So let's hear from Bradley Miller. This is really close to the end of the game, actually. Only a few minutes to go at this point in this first clip. He's moving seats because he's
Getting ready to
getting down the front.
Celebrate the title.
Getting down the front. He's down the front now. Let's hear from him. It's all building.
15 minutes left. We could be champions. We could be champions. Oh my God! What's a save? 5 minutes left. It's still 1-1. Hopefully their game finishes before ours.
Yep.
Hopefully their game finishes before ours.
God, my anticipation's building.
Because, it's going to keep building. Keep listening.
Oh my days, there's literally a minute of normal time left. I don't know how long the battle's going to be out. It's one of normal time. Out you go. Shane! Out! Oh my fucking God. Shit. In the box. Yeah, look at the amount of security here. Mate, there's more security here than there is fans at Ewood Park on the match day. Swear down.
They're on the cusp of it.
Sounds ready to go off, doesn't it?
Did he shout shape at one point?
He did, yeah.
Fuck me, that's when you know Scott Parker's been your manager too.
It's his favourite yogurt.
Yeah, because Millwall are on the attack, and he's just reminded him, in case these professional footballers who've, as we know, conceded very few goals all season, just in case they need a lad filming it for YouTube to remind them what to do.
How do you think they got all those clean sheets? And that's what the important thing is in all this.
Like the early days of Bielsa when he had coaching staff in the stands, running up and down the line, yelling at people. Just shape. Doesn't even mean anything, does it, really?
Well, I presume that's the end of it. They went on to win the league?
Well, no.
No?
No, not quite. So there's a lot going on here. Some of it's just visual. So you need to it's worth watching this clip. I would advise you to seek out Bradley Miller on YouTube so you can see the full picture painted of it. Yeah. In fact, I was looking at some other, I think it was Colombian YouTuber, weirdly, was there to watch this game. And he was filming as...
Just on the way to see Farker.
Maybe so. Or Ian Poveda, if he's still in the area.
Of course, yeah.
But he was, because Burnley score a late free kick, which you'll also just about hear in this. But it's a really wide shot, but you can see one bloke really upset at Leeds having scored. Obviously, it won't come through on audio at all, but you can just see a bloke absolutely livid in the stand that he's getting wind of us scoring. So in this clip, we score, they score, but it's also completely meaningless because we've scored as well. There's them responding to Millwall chants. A lot of the noise is from Millwall fans you can hear in this because they're celebrating more than the Burnley fans are actually celebrating their own goal, which has gone in at this point. But the scene is really just him at the front and everyone just looking at their phones and turning to each other and going, fuck's sake, have you seen that? Oh no.
Bloody hell. Burnley are not going to win the league. It's going to be Leeds if scored.
Is it not a nice day?
Plymouth.
But I don't know where Bradley Miller's from. It doesn't sound like he's from Burnley actually. But this is just all of that.
It's 3-1. But it doesn't matter. Typical 91st. Every time at least win it in the last minute or something like that. Fuck! Yeah, 3-1, Josh Brownhill again. I didn't even see it. Oh, well, at least it's all going up. Full time, 3-1. Well done, man.
Didn't go on the pitch in the end.
I just love the futility of it all. We've got 100 points they've not lost since November, and then Leeds score in the 91st minute. And even as they're scoring more and more goals, there's just nothing they can do about it.
And what's great is this will never come back to bite us ever.
Well, it will, but so what?
Well, it won't because we won the league.
But that'll be then.
Yeah. And also, just ignore it, don't you?
Yeah, clearly, I won't be clipping that up and putting it on air. So as long as you don't go finding it,
Yeah. It doesn't exist, does it?
fine, don't exist. Yeah.
I was thinking when we were listening to the Sheffield United guys, we should find our worst takes of the season.
Oh God, no, I'm not doing that. I don't think there've been any. Or unless you can just put the whole podcast on probably after the Swansea game.
Yeah, that's a fair one.
They weren't bad takes though. I stand by this.
Yeah.
We just wanted a different goalkeeper.
Yeah.
That's basically all I've been. That's pretty much the only change I've wanted all season was for him to try a different goalkeeper. So indeed, eventually did it. I'm just saying if I'd have been in charge all season,
Yeah. And
109 points.
what I will say is, and despite him making that change, and I also was right, like it obviously just needed to happen, even for Mellier's sake, just take him out of the firing line. It was nice to see him having such a good time on the bus parade.
Yeah.
Even though, you know, you can make arguments about the reason why we won it is because he got taken.
Nah.
He's still part of it. He got loads of clean sheets and he's got 2 medals now. And I'm so pleased for him.
It don't matter. They were all entitled to have a nice time, aren't they?
Absolutely. He got to wave a flag in Plymouth as well. It was great.
Exactly.
I just meant like, because he was sort of skulking around a little bit, you know, when the promotion was kind of confirmed or when they were having fun on the pitch. And I just like, you know,
It's the slight awkwardness of when you get people celebrating a penalty shootout win, but one of the players has missed theirs. But they still obviously celebrate, but they're also still a bit like, ooh, sorry, sorry about that, my miss. But it's fine anyway, because look, all's well that ends well.
Yeah, we got there, didn't we?
We did.
There.
And it was, you know, like Gilavogi's hardly played this season, has he?
He was having a great time.
He's enjoyed it so much, hasn't he?
Did you see his shirt all covered in writing as well?
Oh, it's so
It's
nice.
like the final day at school.
Yeah, it was. It was exactly that vibe. He was just like, I'm just going to enjoy this. I'm going to have some nice little memories for myself. Get all this. I can put this back in my cupboard at home.
Didn't someone write Grandad on it or something? Something about my favourite Grandad or something like that.
Oh, well, he's about 34, isn't he?
He's great, isn't he? He's pretty younger than the pair of us. And yet I look at him sort of like an uncle type figure, you know?
Yeah, I want to ask him for like advice and wisdom, basically.
Yeah. I mean, he probably deserves more wisdom than us.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. But he's like Pablo. Pablo's like a wise old man, as far as I'm concerned. He's younger than me, but I consider him, he would be like a granddad figure to me.
Yeah, sit around a fire and listen to him telling tales of the olden days.
Exactly.
All right, well, is that that's this little slice of propaganda?
That'll do for now. There'll be more bits and bobs to come, and there's some stuff I've had in for ages. Like I've got some Warnock Guardiola stuff from earlier in the season. I've got a bit of Jake Humphrey. If anyone wants to hear more from him,
another mentality monster.
Sort of, yeah. I guess so.
Speaking of monsters, just do the Fire Beast one more time for me. Thanks. We'll see you soon.
The Square Ball Podcast.